Hey guys, welcome back to the Wheel of Six channel. So, I just made the other video. Now, it's the same day as I made that video, but tomorrow will be this video. So, like, this will be like 3 days or 1 or 2 days worth of videos. So, right now I'm working on doing the AN lines. So, I'm going to set up my phone and I'll show you guys how to pretty much do AN lines. So, pretty much what you do is you'll get a roll, depending how much you need, 10 to 20 feet, if not more. I'll put a link down in the description for the kit I bought off of eBay. It was about $60. It comes with a whole bunch of fittings and all that to make it look nice, and it'll make it work. And then it's got a few other things I believe in here, and 90 degrees and all that type of stuff. So we're going to get set up here. I'm gonna cut this line, and then pretty much one end's gonna go into the thing itself, and then the other end's gonna go into a 90 degree fitting here, which is 10 AN. I think I went a little overkill. I'd probably do 8 AN, which would probably be a better bet. But it was right there, and I just bought it. I didn't give a fuck. I just bought it. So I'm gonna get set up. I'm gonna cut up this piece, and then it should be pretty much right length. It'll probably might be a little longer because of the fitting, but that's what I want. You want a little bit of wiggle room to make it fit. So I'm gonna set up my camera here. Just gonna move some things out of the way. And what I'm going to do is take this grinder, make sure this is straight for the most part, and then just tap. I also recommend wearing a mask, but I don't have one. Also, could just be this tape. We'll flip it over because I kind of had it off the thing. Only reason why you do tape is to keep the ends from flaring. I mean, I didn't do a very good job, but it's my first day in line. What do you expect? You gotta try out what's new. You gotta get out of your comfort zone. So this end's gonna go into everything, but now we're gonna do a fitting. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna take your fitting. You're gonna screw the part that has a wedge. Pretty much unscrew it and do the line. Come back to that. We're going to put the line in the vise. Or actually, no, we're going to put the fitting in the vise, my bad. This might scratch it up, but I don't really care. It is daily, so stuff will get banged up. And you're just going to push the line on. It's that simple. Well, first you're going to take this in. You're going to twist it on there. Until it butts up against the inner lining in here. As you see, it should butt up in there. Make sure it's all the way up there. Make sure it's seated. Get it as tight as you possibly can. Hand tight with the line itself. You don't want to go too tight or you can rip up the line. So pretty much hand tight. You're going to push it on. And then you're going to just grab the line, spin the line. So you're going to just push and you're just going to turn. It's a little hard because this line is brand new. I need a little bit more backline. It is a brand new kit, so, and this is also cheap eBay, so it may not fit as well as like proper AN lines that are like on the Camaro. So I'm just moving this out of the way. Pretty much after that, I'm just going to put in there, just do this. Sometimes it's better to have it in the vise, sometimes it's just better to do it in hand. Skipped a thread. That's right. Pretty much not wanting to screw it. So I'm gonna get this in there. Pretty much you push it in there, just twist. Once it's in, it is a little hard depending on what you're using. For instance, if you're using peel line, this would be if you're doing like E85, it'd be PTFE or anything similar to that. You know, so your mileage may vary depending on where you get your AN lines. You can go Mishimoto. You can do a whole bunch of different brands. I recommend paying a little bit more. I just bought the cheap shit because I'm trying to keep a budget. And if you're trying to do the same thing, I'm gonna put all the links to the description down below. So, I mean, who knows? By the way, I'm not sponsored by anybody. If you want to sponsor me with car parts or custom parts, I'll put my email down below, and you can email me, and we can figure out a sponsorship, because I got room on this wall to add any placards or room on the ceiling, because I'm looking for sponsors. I'm looking for people to pay me to build my cool cars, build a side-by-side maybe, build a bike. I mean, heck, if you guys want to sponsor me and build a bike, go down in the link to the description and hit my Patreon link. If you go to my Patreon link, you'll fund that bike. I'm not even joking. You'll be funding the KZ. All that money that you guys send me won't go to me. It'll go to the KZ. And once you see the KZ on the channel, I think you guys will really get a Wheelia 6 part, because that bike will do some wheels. So, I'm going to pretty much put all these together, or put this together, and then I'll come back to you guys. So, I'll see you after I finish this. Now that it's in there, it just takes a little bit of force, so I recommend put it in your vise. Now, I would recommend getting proper grips. I don't care for the black anodized, because all this is aluminum. So I don't really care if it gets ruined, because it's a street car. I mean, if you want it to be nice, you can have it be nice, so you can get all the proper tools. But it's probably gonna get scratched up. It's probably gonna get dirty. It's gonna not be pretty anymore. So why should I make it look nice? Just for all I know. I mean, I got OCD, but right now I'm just like, I just want my car back. So I don't really care if it's pretty or not. Now, if I was doing this on a Civic, it'd be a different story. I'd probably be adding in a turbo, and I'd probably be doing an oil cooler instead of a transmission cooler. Probably better if I do it this way. Let's just go until you're fresh. Forward, so I got more room. I'm doing this at like 8 at night because I'm bored. Was gonna play video games, but right now my girlfriend is freaking sleeping because they just had their pee pulled. So I got nothing better else to do but work on my own car. So been a while since I worked on something, so a little weak. Been sitting around doing nothing for a while. I mean, I was just watching the Po Boys because I was bored, and he just, you know, as Po was freaking building his Mustang, sucks that he blew his engine, and I feel him, because now he has to buy a fucking engine for his car. So, I mean, it'd be cool if I could meet, you know, Gavin, it's just a six, Po, you know, even Doug. And all that type of stuff. And I'm trying to put out some more content so that way you guys got something to watch. Okay. That should be pretty fine. So that's line 1 finished. I'm not going to install it in this part of the video. I'm going to make the other line and go from there. But as like you see, it'll get marred up and all that type of stuff. And this will rotate. That way you can put it however you want. I'll actually go grab the core and I'll show you guys what it'll look like. So, your line goes here, 10 AN, just put it on there, screw, and you angle it however you would like. So like, might as well just screw this on here, just because fuck it. But, pretty much, just how I'll have it in the car, it'll go up into that block. I'll have it mounted on a thing, and it'll just go right in there, and after I'm done, it should cool better, and all that type of deal. So I'm gonna cut another line and that type of stuff, and then pretty much that'll be it for this clip, because I'm just prepping for full assembly tomorrow. I have to take off 1 or 2 more parts, and then I'm just trying to assemble tomorrow. I already have some leftover AMSOIL. That's what I prefer in my Acura TL. I recommend it to you guys. Yes, it is expensive, or get Valvoline. These 2 brands are probably going to be the most reliable transmission fluid providers that I prefer. Pretty much, from what I've seen, automatic transmission wise, you want to use AMSOIL because it makes it more reliable, and you can run a lot higher heats with the AMSOIL. So I'm going to put a link down in the description. I'm not sponsored. It's just what I prefer. This is what I like. I don't recommend the automatic transmission fluid that Acura has, or Honda/Acura has. The only reason why is because it degrades very quickly. And yes, it has special additives, but with AMSOIL, it has more protection. It can resist higher heats. It makes your transmission last a lot longer. From what I noticed when I drive it, it drives perfectly fine, even with the high temps before the oil cooler. And then we're going to do some stress tests, as I do in my review video on, well, we'll do, during this video, or during the end of this third part, I will have a driving portion of that video. I have the GoPro already in the car, should at least have like 30% left, and I'll grab the footage and I'll drive around, and we'll see if it gets hot, and we'll look at the temperatures, and see if it did improve. Because before, it was hitting around, just driving it easy, 220. Just 220, just driving it normal. So, we'll see if it will drop temps drastically compared to the way the factory cooler is. Also, that's coolant just all over myself, but whatever. I'll just clean myself with a rag here in a minute. But yeah, I'm going to make another line that's a little bit longer, because that one's going to reach a little bit farther. And both the lines will line up, and then I'm going to take out the end caps on both of these, and then put the little clamp, because the barb fittings that are on there, I don't have bigger ones, and I don't really feel like spending a little bit more to go get some. And they fit right over, and I just need to clamp them down. It'll hold it in place for now until I get them, and then I'll get proper AN barb fittings to AN lines. So that's how I feel. And then I'll put these ends back on my lines. That way, if I want to use it for, say, the Camaro or whatever else, I can use that line for whatever else because I have enough fittings to do whatever I need. So I'm gonna get the other line. I'll pretty much just time lapse of what I'm doing, and yeah. So I'm gonna start the time lapse, and I'll cut out these, get the lines on, and then I'll go to the next step after that, and then I'll see you guys the next day.
As you see in the clip ahead, or in the forward clip, do not do the 45. It will not fit past your bumper. Make sure you do a 90. I stripped it out, and that was more my fault. Um, so pretty much, if you make mistakes, make sure you have some more things on hand. Just want to let you guys know.
Well, guys, I think I stripped this one out. I mean, it's not the end of the world since it's just a 90. I was going to do two 90s, but I'm fine with like a 45 or something. I think it's because I didn't cut the line straight enough, which is kind of my fault, but at the same time, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. I mean, I'm my first time doing this, but I mean, I know how to do it because I've seen it so many times. My dad showed me a few times. I just haven't done it myself. So, mistakes happen. They do. I really hope I don't have to cut another line. That would be irritating, but yeah, I might. Yeah, I think I might have fucked this one up. Which, it happens. It's okay. It does happen. But, I have a template. No, at least I have a template so I don't wait. So that way I don't have to go to the car and measure again. But, let's see if I can try to get this out. But, more than likely I'm going to have to cut it again. Yep. Strip. Hey, it happens. It's a mistake. So, what I'm going to do the exact same thing. Cut a new line. Same length. Get a different fitting. And go from there. So, let me do that real quick. That's why sometimes you always buy a little extra. It helps. Because if you're out of your comfort zone, mistakes might happen. And it's okay that mistakes happen. Happens to everybody. It's your first time doing it. It happens. Everybody makes a mistake, and you have to live with it. I did pretty good for my first one, but it takes a few times before you get good at it. I don't have any fucking painter's tape, so I'm gonna have to use whatever I got. But it happens. It does. I'm not that mad because I knew I might fuck up once. That's why I bought extra. It's always good to buy extra. There goes the tool. Whenever you're first trying out something, it's always good to try to make it extra or buy extra. It may not be worth it in the budget, but sometimes it's worth it because it might be your first time trying it. You never know, man. You never know. Pretty much, I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna do this real time. So, watch me suffer. was a lot straighter. That cut was a lot better. I mean, it's a little angled, but I mean, I don't have really that great of a vise and a great location for my vise, so what I made, not too bad. It happens. Everybody makes mistakes, and it sucks. It does. But it's okay. It is completely okay. And, it's a learning curve for everybody. It's not like, say you're doing a turbo, and you need to add an oil cooler, and your first time doing an oil cooler. You gotta weld a bung, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Everybody learns. Everybody just learns. So, yeah, I'm gonna pretty much put this in there, and then it'd probably be better if I use this one anyway for the longer side. Because what should happen, it should slip on like this, and then that collar will screw in. So, the reason why you tape it is because you want to keep it from flaring. I noticed just not from AN lines, but some different lines you have to do this as well. Like, for instance, if you're doing like what do you call it, coolant hoses and some stuff like that, because sometimes they'll flare or they'll like splay out for whatever reason, depending on what type of coolant hose you're using. Like, for instance, if you're using silicone, it's not really that common of a problem. But yeah, it happens. I'm gonna leave this in here. I'm gonna leave this blooper in here because it's like, I want you guys to learn from my mistakes and try not to make them. For one, you gotta make sure you have almost a complete straight, and this is almost completely straight. I'm having struggles because, for one, it's a weird angle and I can't get my vise to grip onto the hose correctly, and I have a small cutting disc, so it's hard to cut it. Of course, this way down, but it'll be alright. But it happens. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody messes up in some which way. This will be a long video, just so you guys know, because I want to make it a 3-part series. I'm trying to keep it short, but keep it long. You get what I'm trying to say. Keep it short but long. So, and it is hard doing these videos. So I'm gonna put this video on and then we'll go from there. So viewer expression device, you might see my hand a little bit bleeding. It's just from the AN line just nipping me. Not a big problem. It hurts, but it's not that bad. By the way, these guys, there's metal grates inside the line. For one, for rigidity. 2, makes the line stronger. Well, that's what rigidity is for. But I'm just saying that there's metal inside, so be careful, it will get you. Same thing with the sheathing. The sheathing will cut you if you're not careful. Like, this end went on a lot better because I cut it a lot straighter. So make sure you have a straight cut. That is my fault. Now I know that. Now I'll try to make straighter cuts as possible. Make most straight cuts as possible, because this went right in. I never had to go in this easy, but now I know. So make sure you guys have a straight line and cut it. Measure twice, cut once. That's why I try to keep in my head while I'm doing this, because God, it will take an eternity to do. But It happens. You make mistakes, you learn. So, yeah. I have some block-off plates, but I might have to order a big one just so I can block up the hose. A hose. So, if that's the case, that sucks, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, I just can't drive a car one more day. And it's just one block off. And I can, worst case scenario, I can just kink the hose, order it. I'll be able to drive the car for temporary. And then I'll be able to make sure that it doesn't leak. Because I can just kink the hose, use zip tie, and zip tie will hold it for the meantime. Yeah, that went in a lot better. So make sure you cut the line straight. If you don't, then it's going to be harder to put it in. So pretty much, that's about it. Now, why don't we move to the car? And I'll show you guys what I'm going to do with the ends that go into the fitting itself. Excuse me. Pretty much, I'm going to take these two lines and walk over here. Now I'm gonna put my phone down. Sorry if you hear a loud ass fan, but I'm gonna put my phone down here, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do. Now, just see that. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do. Ah, that's where I'm using my front camera. I'm gonna show you guys to see what I am working on. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go get the other fitting, and I'll be right back. Short one's going to go in first. So pretty much what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this line through here. And I'm going to put this fitting on here. So pretty much I'm just going to put it on there. And then I'm going to, oh, sorry guys. Put it on there, run this all underneath. And then I'm going to slide this in and I'm going to tighten that down. I'm going to bend this bracket out of the way so the line's not bumping into that. And once I tighten this screw down, right here, it will it'll clamp onto that barb, and that barb will keep it in place. Now with those barbs, you're supposed to actually have it slide on and be tight, and then you clamp on it. But right now, I'm just doing it temporary, and that'll hold it in place. I do have a bigger barb, but it's only one that I have, so I can't really use that. I mean, I can do one side and it'll be fine, but I'm not going to do that. Right now, I'm just going to get it to where I can drive the car, and I'll order the right fittings for that switch to AN, and I'll just do another AN fitting, and then it'll just screw right in and it'll work. So, from that note, I'm going to end this clip here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Also, I know it's like in the middle of the video, but please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys till then. And also hit that bell icon. You'll see a little icon sometime during the video, probably during like time lapse or something. But you never know. I'm trying my best, trying to make better content, trying to edit better. So if you guys see what the way my editing, teach me your ways. The way you guys want to see me edit a little bit more, or like teach me how to edit, like some pointers or whatever. Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. And the car should be at a point to where I can drive it tomorrow, hopefully. If not, then I'll just I'll probably do these videos, then order that part, put it on there, and then we'll drive it. And then you guys will see that in the video after all the modifications. So, I'll see you guys in the next clip.
So pretty much at the end of this video, this is the end of the video. I am sorry for, kind of being sporadic. I'm trying to do the best I can for time and trying to keep it to where it's actually a decent time and it's not going to pull you guys away because it got boring or whatever. Um, Pretty much at the end of this clip, I just kind of put all the lines together. That was pretty much the end of that night, as I did the lines and stuff. And pretty much that's pretty much about it, for the most part. You'll see in the next video like me trying to assemble it and welding the bracket on. I had to fight with the welder a few times, so just give or take. Uh, I'm trying to make sure I have all the videos that I do have because I've recorded a lot of this on my phone. I really do need to order a camera, but down in the video description there will be my Patreon. If you guys want to support me, I'm gonna make a $1. You guys get access to my videos and basic chats, and then my higher tiers will have higher pay. If you guys want to support me, because every dollar, for instance, you pay a month, you can at least put me near to where I can have a nice camera or nice equipment, so that way I can at least have better recordings and all that type of stuff. I just wanted to say this here. Sorry if my audio sounds a little funky. I'm trying to figure out why my audio sounds to one side because I am using my headphones. If I have to, I will use my USB mic, so that way it sounds better. That's pretty much about it. I'll see you guys in the next clip, and or not the next clip, you know what I mean. In the next video, Jesus, it's been a long few weeks. I'm actually editing this a few weeks later, compared to when this video was made. Uh, so, uh, peace out. See you in the next vid.